I really just, whether you guys ask the questions, there's not much I can say. I'm getting to be like a stuck record. Uh, when he went down, he came down, he felt like on his hip and on the back of his left shoulder. They thought the hip would be the biggest problem, but when he got back there, the shoulder appeared to be a bigger problem, and that's the reason he didn't come back. It wasn't, he might have been able to come back, but it's still a game in January. So we decided just not to push it. We'll have to get an MRI or an X-ray or whatever they do, but Doug does not think it's extremely serious, but it was not, it wasn't advisable to put him back in the game.
Roy, continued issues with the three-point defense.
Yeah, I got no answers, guys. Never emphasized something as much in my entire life. But you got to congratulate them. They, again, stepped up and made it. We said something about Al making 7 out of 7, coming in shooting 29%. Well, they make 15 out of 30 last time we played them. We made 15 out of 30. But Gabe really got him off to a great start. He made 3 in probably the first 7 or 8 minutes. Marcus, and I apologize because I don't know if it's Marquise or Marcus. Anybody Clemson? Marquise. I called him Marquise, head face-to-face at the end, so I'm glad of that. But I think he made the biggest play. We got it tied, and somebody got lost, and somebody ran into a screen, and he makes a 3 right in front of their bench when they got it tied. And then we come down and don't take a very good shot and go down and get them to miss, and we have 2 guys fighting for the rebound, and it ends up going to them. And it just seemed like, well, I mean, score's tied, I think, when I think that's when Joel Berry makes a steal and dribbles it off his leg out of bounds in front of the scores table over there too. But it's a game of basketball. Last year we were very fortunate here. They missed a free throw with 5 seconds to play, and then we missed a layup, and we were lucky enough to win in overtime. But I think Marquise's 3 was a big shot, and then we didn't get the rebound off their next miss, and then Elijah, I think, made the layup. It was tough. Then it goes to 5.
Was there something that you guys did on the defensive end to kind of help you get back in the game in the second half?
No, I think we changed the coverage twice on the screen on the ball because we stunk that up too. But that wasn't it. It was just kids made shots. I mean, we got better shots. Cam took a real bad one. Kenny took a bad one. Joel may have taken one bad one, but we shoot 64% in the second half. We just didn't do a good enough job on the defensive end.
Did it take a while to kind of get your backcourt to adjust without Theo?
Yeah, it was, everybody was worried at first because you don't have any idea how serious it is. And needless to say, he was going to be the 3rd player that's ever done it for me. I've had 2 other guys that have played the 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the same game, and Theo was going to do that today. And but it didn't work out. We didn't have him, and you got to make adjustments. And you got to go on. Gave Joel a little break in the first half by putting Andrew in there. And that was hard on Andrew as well, because Andrew's not used to getting back his defensive balance, and we gave up 1 basket on the break then too.
Given the point guard situation, is 7th, is he making any progress?
Yeah, he's making some progress. He played some half court. I don't even know what day today is, guys. Last practice. Yeah, he played some half court yesterday, but they haven't released him yet to do everything. And so, whether or not he would be available this weekend, I would sort of doubt, but I don't know. I wait until no trainer or doctors ever said anything to me about me trying to push people back, because I just don't do that.
Roy, I know you can't talk about Jalik's situation, but the decision, is that influenced at all by this Me Too movement or anything that's going on at Michigan State, how you guys have handled that situation?
Joe, I had nothing to do with how it was handled, so I can't answer that. It's and that's probably all I should say, because I've been advised not to say anything and don't know enough to say anything, which that doesn't stop me a lot of times from talking to you about why we win or lose when I don't have any idea. But that didn't have anything to do with it and don't know enough about it.
As far as the basketball side, not having him now, I think your plan was to have Theo as the backup point guard.
Yeah.
Now, that shuffles you down the line.
It does. We worked.
He hasn't been the biggest part of your rotation.
Yeah, but we've always been able to give Joel a couple of breathers, even if Jalik hadn't played as well as he wanted to play or as well as I wanted to play. We've always been able to give Joel a couple of breathers, and a couple of times he's really done some good things. I mean, we probably don't beat Ohio State if we don't have Jalik making threes in that game. But yeah, so we had really we talked about it at the end of practice yesterday. because we didn't know everything until the end of practice yesterday. So I talked to Theo, and we every now and then, just to keep him humored, we'd let him play the point guard a little bit, but that's all we'd done.
Roy, did you escalate Jalik's situation to the university officials, or they let you know?
Well, first of all, I don't know what you mean by escalating. I can tell you, I didn't have anything to, guys, I didn't have any opinion. I didn't have any say. I was not involved.
Anybody else?
Can you talk about Cam and Joel really had to carry your scoring load for you?
Yeah, it's more than one. You know, Luke was struggling a little bit, but you got to give them credit. Elijah blocked 6 shots. I mean, Elijah was tough for him inside. And again, you go back, Marquise and Shelton and Gabe, they're good scorers. And they scored really well against us at our place, and they did it again tonight. But Elijah was tough for us. We didn't have much inside, and because he blocked 6 shots, I think we rushed a couple more. So you take 6 and then add 3, probably affected 9 shots in there. But Joel and Cam was our offense because we wasn't getting much from anybody else. You don't like it to just be 2 guys, our best teams. It's never been just 2 guys, our best team. It's been 4 or 5 or 6. But they, you know, one of them's was 10 for 16 and 10 for 18, and that's pretty good for this club because against this club because Clemson does guard you too.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks,
I'll